Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode, well another video, another series to be more specific. I'm finally going to cover every single note on Aberration. I did it first on the island and then the Scorched Earth a few years ago, and then I just quit. I don't actually play Aberration or Extinction, that's why I never did them, but a lot of people have been asking for it, and I feel like it would be a bit dumb to do two maps but not the two other maps. So I'm going to now do Aberration and then also Extinction after that. So if that's interesting, or if that's something you want to see, or if you find that helpful, that's great. Couple of things. Number one, I'm using a flyer. I know the flyers aren't actually available on the map, but as far as I'm concerned, you can transfer them over if you really want to. But the reason I'm using it is because it's much easier to show the geography, the layout, and everything of the map from an aerial perspective. So it's simply easier to show where things are and quicker for me to move around as well. Number 2, 3, the Aberration notes are much harder to find than on the other maps because there's no ruins to show, point out where they are like it is on the island and Scorched Earth. These notes are just placed in the middle of nowhere. And the final thing is that Aberration has a lot of height differences. It's a big cave system with a lot of different platforms and levels. This video is not a tutorial on how to get from one level to the next. It is only a tutorial on the note locations and the coordinates. So I might jump from one level to another. It might be a bit of a walk to get around, but I'm showing them based on geography, based on how close they are from a map perspective. So, speaking of which, here's the map. As you can see, I haven't flown around the whole map yet. But today we're going to do the portal area. So roughly this part of the map right here. That's what we're going to do. And with all of that said, let's get right into it. And we're starting in the portal room, as you can clearly see. And the first one is pretty simple. You have the portal right there, the start of the portal. If you point west, sort of towards the edge of the map. And the very first ring, right there, first ring, on the very base of it, you have Meiyin Note number 1, I believe. Right there. Pretty simple. At 44.3 by 14.8. The next note is also pretty easy. There's the portal. We're still at the portal room. Just head towards the exit right there, and you'll see you get to this ramp. Yeah, these are the rough coordinates that we're at. But when you get to this ramp right here, at the very base, there's a split between the two, and at the base of that, you have Helena Note number 1 at 44.5 by 20.1. And to continue this very easy run so far, once again, continue away from the portal towards the cave. And you can see that by just walking up that ramp with the Helena Note, is right here. Walking up that, you can see that there's kind of a tunnel forming right there. This tunnel right here. And at the very base, at the very entrance, you have Rockwell number 1 as well. So now you have 3 number 1s. And that's at 44.6 by 24.0. Now from this note, the Rockwell note, at the entrance of the tunnel here, you don't want to go into the tunnel, but you want to kind of go back a little bit. So you want to go from the tunnel back this way, and then down these ramps here so that you end up in this mushroom forest area on the left side. So the tunnel is there, so you want to be on the left side. And when you're down here on the left side, head towards the tunnel, kind of go under it to this metal wall right here. You have the metal wall, portal is back that way. There's the tunnel, you're on the left side. And on the very base of that wall, you have Grad Journal Boris number 1. 44.1 by 25.2. We're backtracking a little bit, but we're still staying generally in the same area. So we're on top of that ramp again, where we find that Helena note. This time, we have the tunnel in front. Down there is where we went to go to the Grad Journal. This time, we want to head right onto the other side, this main portal platform place. So just head down these ramps. On a map, this is southwards. You have a compass. Goes down here. And then when you look that way, so kind of, there's the tunnel there. You look kind of diagonally that way, you'll see those two openings, like low openings for a cave. Head towards those, and you'll see this rock in the middle. So don't go through them, just go to this rock. And right behind it, you have a Diana note. I think it's number 9. Yeah. The high-tech fancy-pantsy one. It's at 48.2 by 23.3. So the last few notes are going to be a bit of a pain in the ass to get on foot because they are kind of all over the place in terms of elevation. So I'm going to just show you where they are, and then you'll have to figure out how you're going to get them. But I'm standing on top of the tunnel. So if I just fly up real quick, there's the portal. There's that tunnel, and I'm just standing off at the end of it here. And you can see that there's a lake underneath. This is where we are on the map. This is the coordinates of the area. And when you stand kind of looking out towards the cave system, out towards the lake, you want to just look right. And when you look right and up, see a big cluster of fungus on the tip of that cliff. Very overgrown cliff right there. And you're going to fly up on that. It is, if we look on the map, it is south of the portal, in other words. And on the very tip with that cluster of fungus, there's the fungus. And when you're here on the tip, there's that Y plant seed or whatever. And you can see that there is a Dossier just chilling here. And it's the Featherlight Dossier. That's kind of cool. Exact coordinates 48.3 by 27.2. If I just fly up, you can get kind of an aerial view of the place. Might get a better understanding of where we are. So for this next one, I really don't understand how you're supposed to get this one using a land mount, but we are standing very far up now, so down below us is the portal, and underneath us is that tunnel ramp area. Not really sure what I'm supposed to call it, the exit. And we're now standing on top of that structure, and very simply put it, when you look down at the portal from here, you look left, you see that there is a cave opening on top of this silver platform that goes around the whole place. Kind of look diagonally from this to the right, and you look up, there is a platform just on the cliff there. That is if we're facing southeast, in other words. There's the portal. Now we're looking out southeast, right and up. And on this platform right here, you'll find part of the Extinction Chronicles. So it is a platform, and it has a special note on it, which looks... I'm not sure what this is supposed to give me in terms of information, but it is what it is. It is number 9 at 47.5 by 21.7, and I guess this is the view from the note. This is your view. I am hovering more or less in the same spot right now. So this is the portal. And this time we want to look towards the portal. It's a bit easier to navigate when we look towards the portal. So look towards the portal. And you can see that there is a platform running around the whole place. You want to go to the one that's on the right. The portal is right there. And you want to be on the platform that is right of it if you're looking towards the portal. And it's going to be the one on the left side if you're looking away from the portal. And as you can see, there are pillars running along the sides. There's 4 of them. And you want to go to this one, the closest one / the one facing kind of the rest of the map, not the one in the very back there. You want to go to this first one. Go to it and stay on the east side of it. So you want to stay on the side that's facing the exit of the cave, or exit of the portal, I mean. So just stay on this side, go behind it, and there's kind of this little corner right here where you'll find the note. It is Meiyin Note number 5 at 40.5 by 19.8. The final note for the day is in a cave. Is also why I saved it for last, because not everyone can go in a cave immediately. But final one for the day is in a cave in the area. So we're now standing back above the lake here at these chords, top of that tunnel, facing whatever the hell this is. And you want to face the right from... So that's the direction of the portal. If you're facing the portal, I think that's an easier landmark. If you're facing the portal, you want to go left of that lake. In other words, you want to point southwards. You want to go south end of this lake. There's a big mountain in the middle here, in the middle of the lake. Then behind it, you can see there's a little bit of a beach, just a tiny bit, right down here at these chords. That's the view from here. So there's the portal, there's the rest of the cave, and that big thing, I don't know what that is. And here's the cave entrance. So here's the chords of the entrance, 48.3 by 27.2. You don't really have to go that deep. You just need to run down a little bit. I was just cave loading. Just head into the cave. So once you go through the entrance of the cave, just head down. Just walk down. It's straightforward. There isn't like 2 different roads or 2 different paths or anything. You can just run one direction here, so it should be pretty simple and pretty straightforward where to go. You'll get to this more glowy place. Then you'll get to this little creek. You can also see that there isn't anything harmful in here. Like, there's nothing spawning yet. However, once you follow the creek down, you'll get to this more open place, and some stuff do spawn here, like this Carno and that dragon thing. So, once you get here, you don't need to worry too much, because the note is in this first chamber. So once you come down from the creek, which is right here, come down from the creek, just turn left around this little pillar, and then look among these rocks, and you can see it's right here. So walk around the pillar, and it should be visible. This is Meiyin Note number 6 at 49.9 by 25.9. That's it for this video. If you found it helpful and you want to see the rest of the series, or know where the rest of the notes are, then stay tuned. Next video will be coming out as soon as possible. And if you want to support me, subscribe and like. I wouldn't mind, but it's an optional thing. But anyways, good to be back. So I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.